So, happy to know that Italy is part of Asia. So, well, it's a geographical stretch, but the geography of our heart is we are really part of Asia, and I'm very happy to be here in Thailand. I've been an old friend of Mr. Prachab. We met in Rome some years ago, so I was very happy to know when we had the occasion to have this conference here to be present and to give you an understanding of what a national association like UCID, which is the Christian Union of Entrepreneurs and Executives, works, and especially how the relationship between a national association and UNIAPAC works, because it's very important for you to understand what a national association do, or a group association does, like we do in Milan, and what is the benefit of being part of a bigger network, which is UNIAPAC. First of all, UCID, which is our Italian Christian, actually Catholic organization, was founded in Milan in 1947, so right after the Second World War. It was a period of reconstruction, not only of business and civil reconstruction, but also moral reconstruction. And that's why a group of Catholic business leaders got together in Milan, which is the financial capital of Italy, to build and to liaise among Christian managers and entrepreneurs. Now we have like 2,000 members in Italy. The main office is in Rome, which is the capital, and of course the largest group is in Milan. We are around 200 members, and I'm part of the members. It's very important, the role of the church. We have a spiritual advisor at a national level. Our national spiritual advisor is Cardinal De Giorgi, the former Archbishop Emeritus of Palermo, and I've been serving as a UNIAPAC delegate for the last 12 years. So I can bring you the importance of and the benefit that the national association is getting from to be part of a bigger organization. I just want to stress one word. UCID is a community of national business leaders, so the community is very important, because sometimes the biggest challenge we face as people engage in business is that we are feeling alone. We are feeling alone facing tough decisions. We are feeling alone facing the global crisis, facing all the everyday life. So to be part of a community at a local level, at a national level, at a European level in our case, at a world level, it's very, very important, because at one time you really understand that you are not alone. So the church is a community, is our mother community, but to be a community, so to be together and share the experience, share that the same issue you have, also your partner has, and the people part of your group have. So the word of community is very important for us. We opened. What are the activities? So what do we do? Of course, the Christian social doctrine is the first and most important guideline for us. So of course we want to study and understand the Christian social doctrine documents. We were also engaged and we are very happy that also we have a good relationship with the Pontifical Council of Justice and Peace, with Cardinal Tarkson, and it's important to know the documents first of all, because again, if you know what the church is telling you, it's also very helpful. We are organizing sharing of experience. That's also very important. Conferences and dialogues. Of course, the strong cooperation with the Holy See. At each level, so the local association has a strong cooperation with a bishop, the national association with a bishop conference, and then the UNIAPAC with the church, with the Holy See. So it's important that at each level you have a dialogue with your bishop, with the national bishop conference, and with the Holy See. And it's also very important the cooperation with the university academia, because we are the business, they are the the academia. So and we can do great things together. For instance, when we talk about publication, in the next few weeks, we are going to present for the event of the World Expo, which will be in Milan in a few weeks, a new book published by the Vatican publisher, the Libreria Vaticana, which has a very interesting title, The Food is for Everyone, Agriculture and the New Model of Development Given the Social Thought of the Church. So as UCIT, we have studied a lot about this agriculture business. The World Expo in Milan, I will talk later, it will be about food and agriculture. So we wanted to give our contribution as Christian, as Catholic. Of course, as Italian, we have something to say about food, but most of your country has also something to say about food, agribusiness, not only from the angle of supply and demand, because that's very important, but also from the angle of a commoditization of the price of food. So one thing, food is important for the everyday life, but now it's also become a commoditization. So also the issue of commodity prices which swing up and down. So that's a very important study we did, and we published this document. Actually, it's a book, both in Italian and in English, and it will be presented in the next few weeks in Milan. What is I take from the UNIAPAC statutes a little more. What do we do? Okay, we do some publication, we do some studies, but I want to highlight a lot about the personal formation. So what we think it's important for ourselves as an entrepreneur, as managers. When you think about the corporate social responsibilities, you always think about the 3 Ps. The people, planet, and profit. The slogan of the corporate social responsibility as a 3P. We think that the 4th P is very important. We call this the pneuma. It's a ancient Greek word which means soul. Pneuma is the soul, is the spirit. So people, planet, and profit is very important. But when we heard yesterday that 95% of the leading CEOs think that corporate social responsibility is important, we fear that now it's becoming a marketing tool. So to understand that corporate social responsibility is really something you're taking seriously, you have to think about yourself, your pneuma, your spirit, your soul, the house of the Holy Spirit in your soul. Is it really transformed by the Word of God? So this is the first and most important step, the personal formation. And when you are formed, you can transform your company, your business, and contribute to the construction to a more just and human society. But the first step is really the most important one. I just want to highlight also the importance, what we liked a lot about the document was presented yesterday by Cardinal Tarkson, the vocation of a business leader. The vocation is something personal. So it's not the vocation of a corporation, it's not the vocation of an entity, it's your vocation. The vocation is something personal, it belongs to you, to the transformation of your soul and of your heart. So it's a call about the transformation and the vocation of a business leader, or the vocation of a business person. So we think it's very, very important, the first step, the personal formation, to transform and construct a more just and human society. So really, this is in the 70 years of history of our local community or local organization, this is, I think, the most important fruit we are bearing and we want to offer to the society. We also like to study, case study on CSR, not because we want to give merits on grades to companies, but we want to share the best-in-class views. So you cannot read, this is just a group of companies we studied among our Italian network. And you have a lot of different companies around here. Some are really business-oriented companies, something like Some of them are just for value companies. But it's important to know that we are ongoing with case studies to understand and share which are the best practices among our members. So first of all, it's to let other people know that our members are doing something good, which can be useful also for the other. So let me just give you an example of what we practically do. So in the next few weeks, in June, we will host the UNIAPAC board with the event of the Expo. The World Expo will be in Milan in 2015. So the title is Nourish, Feeding the Planet, Energy for Life. So it will be a very important event. Last one 5 years ago was in Shanghai, so this time was in Milan. So for Italy and for Milan, it's a very big event. And so with the occasion of World Expo, which is again about food and agricultural business. So if you are interested in this area, you definitely have to come to Milan, and you have an excuse. So I give you a practical excuse to come. In June, we are hosting the next UNIAPAC board. So just to let you understand more about the relation between the National Association and the International Association. So we have some days together. The first day we present the book I presented before about food is for everyone, agriculture and the new model of development given the social thought of the church. We will visit the Expo the day on Friday. We will have a UNIAPAC conference. I will talk later. And then we will have the UNIAPAC board meeting, both the regional level and the world level. So what are going to talk about in the conference? Of course, we have also an optional program on a Monday. We go to Turin to visit the Holy Shroud. The Holy Shroud is a very interesting icon. It's a sign. It's the linen. It is supposed to be the linen where Jesus was buried. It was never proven scientifically, and the church would never say that is the real linen of Christ. But it's an icon. It is a sign of the gospel, and actually Pope Francis will come the week later to Turin to visit the Holy Shroud. So it is something you can see very rarely. So it's a very unique opportunity to come to Turin and see the Holy Shroud, which is kept during the day. So what do we do in the conference? What is our main topic? What is the conference will be, of course, the title of Expo. It's Hunger and Thirsty of Values. Because the topic is food, but we want to give a special contribution about Christian management education. Our biggest problem in Western Europe, particularly in Italy, is unemployment, particularly youth unemployment. So we are bringing together universities and business people. We are, of course, bringing the business people and the universities. We are going to be at the Catholic University in Milan to really see what we can do about unemployment, and especially to share the best practice among the collaboration and the cooperation between the universities, training schools, and the business people about Christian management education. So that will be the focus of the day and the conference jointly organized by UCIT and UNIAPAC. So last thing to see is that we hope that you now have an excuse to come to Italy, to come to Milan in June. You also have a date. So I really hope to see you soon at the next UNIAPAC event in Milan, or at the UNIAPAC World Congress, which will be in Brazil in October, as Pierre Lecoq said this morning. Thank you very much.